Hello, everyone. Today, this video is gonna be a little different because I got something to say, and they're not very good things, I might add.
Oh my god!
As probably most of y'all know, Hazbin Hotel dropped the first season of the show. Keyword drop. I'm pretty sure everyone and their mama has seen this show 10 times by now. It's everywhere. I fell into the category of acquaintance to the show. I watched the pilot, I was hyped for the show, and I was in the crowd that was waiting for it for thousands of years. There was no food, empty promises. It was bad. We was hanging on by hopes and dreams at that point, but we grew together. We've bonded at this point for one another. Y'all are my brothers and sisters in arms. We survived, y'all. We made it enough to see the finish line, but we fell head first. Season 1 of Hazbin Hotel. And it was mid, bro, I'm sorry. Throughout the whole show so far, there's just this off kind of vibe, and I don't know why, but it checkboxed every last one of my pet peeves. From the endless character introductions, pointless plot threads, having a song about what just happened every 3 minutes. I couldn't take it no more. But if y'all will hear me out, I can explain exactly why I feel this way towards it. And for the ones who have somehow dodged this fandom, Hazbin Hotel is this animated show about a nigga named Charlie who runs a hotel for has-beens. She don't care how dirty you are, how many people you killed. She's desperate and she'll take anybody. Charlie also happens to be the princess of hell because her father is Lucifer and biblical lore and Eve and Lilith and ooh, which lore? And there's angels and guns and war and girls kissing.
And then there's Alistair. He's the hottie bad boy. And he has a radio, and he's not as hot as Angel does, cause he has trauma and
And I want to preface this part by saying I don't know Vivzy. I don't care about the drama or any problematic thing the creators have done. I'm more interested in the art created and the overall experience. I care about the effort, the creativity that the people working on it have come up with for us, and what I, as the viewer, can take from watching this piece of media, this art. The only thing I wanted from the show was to leave it with a positive experience. The only thing I got from Hazbin Hotel was anger and aggression. By the end of this show, it just left a bad taste in my mouth. Okay, I'm gonna try to use my serious voice, y'all. I be laughing, but I'm serious today. I'm 90, and I'll be taking you guys through some redesigns I made, inspired by the show Hazbin Hotel. I don't wanna be mean and rip Hazbin Hotel apart, because I know people have put their time and energy into this show. This is a milestone for indie animation in general, but I'm almost disappointed that this is the only representation we get. And today's redesigns are a little different because I'm not gonna be deep diving into them. I'm mostly gonna be talking about the show this time around, but I do have a peace offering. I have some food for y'all. It's not much, maybe a little slice of cake, but we eating good today with this art. And in exchange, y'all gotta let me talk my shit, okay? So this first redesign is Charlie and Vaggie, which are maybe the 2 worst characters in the show. I don't like them, I don't like their plot, I don't even like their love story. I don't care. Charlie is this optimistic, bubbly main protagonist, kinda Mary Sue vibed character. And what I mean by that is she really has no inherent flaws. Like, her only flaw is getting overly involved in other people's business, and she's a bit clumsy, and that's it. But getting involved is something any and all main characters should be doing anyways. And because of that, I'm trying to find the words for it. It's like, because of that, her character comes off as like this self-insert in a fan fiction. And I'm not saying that that's not fine in show writing. You can have your Mary Sue if you can hide it well, which in my opinion, this show did not. For instance, one of Charlie's biggest traits is being a bit clumsy and so optimistic to the point that she gets carried away sometimes. But traits like that are just quirks. They aren't really flaws in her character. Her having daddy issues doesn't really apply when we don't know why she has them. Her and her dad seem perfectly fine throughout the entire show. show. Like, they chill. And stuff like being overly involved, like, isn't she the main protagonist? Of course she gonna be involved. How else she gonna move the plot forward? And I'm not even a critical person. It just made me aggressive. I hate to see Charlie on the screen taking up time. And her story has nothing that people haven't seen before. You can really tell Disney was a big inspiration and influence for the show. But unlike Rapunzel, Charlie had no excuse to be as naive about the world at her grown business owner age. And yes, I'm bringing Disney into this because there's a night and day difference in how these two characters act in their world. Rapunzel was cute because she lived in a tower all of her life. We got to see the world from her perspective for the first time. With Charlie, we see a demon who's grown up in hell her entire life and still has that same naiveness about the world, which wouldn't be a problem for a kid's show. The audience for this show is 21 and up. How most of your audience outgrow your main character? And it doesn't add anything unique to this character. And I keep saying it, but Charlie gives off this air of self-insert energy, like she can do no wrong, and her flaws aren't actually flaws in her character. They're flaws with the world around her, mixed in with her being a bit too clumsy. And Vaggie was just there. She wasn't doing anything until the end. She sung a song that I forgot about, and she had a secret, and she kissed Charlie. I felt nothing for Vaggie. The story could have been written without Vaggie in it, and we would have came out the show with the same message. I didn't get Vaggie's whole vibe in the first place. Like, I understand, okay, she was a militant and had stricter morals, but that's all I got from her. There wasn't really anything to say about Vaggie, and it's a shame, because they could have delved a little deeper into why these two characters love each other, why they are a couple, why they like each other, and challenges that they have to overcome emotionally as a couple. For a show that's known for its queer rep, I feel like they really dropped the ball on the romance part of their relationships. It's the Korra and Asami situation all over again. Like, I really feel like we can do better than this. And the writing for every character in the show is very tell, don't show, which was a pet peeve of mine during the entire show. It's almost as if it's trying to rush through the character intros and expect you to already know who these characters are, and you immediately have to care about them and love them just for showing up. Like, and I hate to say this, but it's the same reason I didn't like Fizzaroli's last episode. Boo me all you want, boo me, but hear me out. Because throughout the show, I got no indication that he was gonna be a good guy until the latest episodes, where his conflict with Blitz is solved by just talking it out, and he's a soft, squishy uwu baby. Like, y'all can't tell me those were not his vibes at first. And while we own Fizzaroli, I don't like writing where you have a quick scene of someone helping a disabled person so that the audience can like them. Famous people be doing that all the time. It's the same reason I don't like celebrities. I like to see the characters show their character through repeated actions that the character chooses throughout the story, not just helping some sympathetic one-off throwaway character that we never see again. And yeah, I get the other side of that argument too. There's deaf rep, but you know, if they actually wanted that, they would have made an actual deaf character that we see in the show representing them. But how this relates back to Hazbin Hotel, I felt like they tried to tell me how I should feel about this character. And the story was so fast, y'all. And I think that maybe they understood that. So they had this quick scene where Husk, one of the characters, just flat out tells the audience what's wrong with character A, B, and C. But they never actually showed us how these characters acted or what the characters did to make him assume that. I didn't get that Charlie had daddy issues at any point. Like, you gotta introduce us over time. Take us out to dinner. Let us get to know who these characters are through the choices they make, not just what character A says about character B. Show the characters and their bad habits consistently enough to where their issues become actual points of conflict in the show over time, like y'all did in Hell of a Boss. So I don't know what the problem is, but so far these are all minor gripes. I think it all started to go downhill for me really fast, and I believe Angel Dust's entire arc was rock booty, bottom. I don't care. His art is the whole reason why I decided to make a video like this. Because the worst pet peeve of mine is when people start writing on a supposedly deep, relatable, and emotional subject that they don't have a message for. And Angel Dust's entire art just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I know Angel is a fan favorite. He probably has the most iconic design in the entire series, and he's hot. And I was hoping that we would get maybe an actual two-dimensional character with a backstory, but it's so, I don't even know how to put it. It comes off as someone who likes the aesthetic of being gay and abused. If you don't know who Angel Dust is, he's a sex worker who's silly and jokes about sex a lot, and he gets beat on by his boss, Valentino, and forced to make sex videos because he's bound by a contract, and he's drinking his poison. He'll die from his poison. Like, it's so fan fiction. And it's like it's romanticizing the actual problem instead of showing how the characters deal with it day to day and what choices the character makes because of these problems. And it's like, I see they thought about this and they was like, well, we can just say how the character feels in a song. That'll fix it. Y'all, this song is the most disingenuous thing I have ever heard. This is why I made this video. How they present this story for this tragic character is just awful. Not only does the story fall flat, but the writing has the same problem with the tell don't show method. If you gotta have Angel Dust himself say, I disassociate, disappear in the lyrics for the audience to get that he does that, then it's bad writing. When you have characters who are that self-aware of their flaws like that, you expect them to work on changing it or finding a solution to the situation or learning a new way from someone. You know, growth. And it doesn't have to be smooth growth. People can backslide fast as fuck, but they're always getting better or worse. Just stop giving us the answers. Guessing the question is one of any fandom's favorite pastimes. Our imagination is what drives a fan base most of the time. The fact that they had to have the character themselves tell the audience what's wrong with them is just, come on, y'all. There can be characters like that. Characters who get worse and embrace their mental issues and basically go AWOL. The Joker is a good example of one of those characters. You see Joker trying to be better throughout the whole movie. You see him try to be good and genuine, and you watch him fail again and again. You're there for his journey, and by the end of the movie, you understand his final choice to be evil and embrace the uncontrolled, mentally ill side of him. But ultimately, Joker is the villain. With Angel, it's like they want to paint Angel as a good guy, even when he's embracing his disorders. Openly having mental disorders that causes pain to yourself and the people around you isn't something you should just embrace unless you're the villain, because only a bad guy would know that they are a hazard and continue actively being that bad version of themselves. So write that in your story. Show those nuances if you're gonna show it. And it seems all the problems get fixed with music. Like, the song magically makes people obey whatever the creator wants them to do. Like, it's no conflict resolution. It's just sing about it and then the problem's fixed. Even Steven Universe, the most singingest show on the planet, knew better than that sometimes. And you know, after this, Angel and Huss get into this big argument, and Huss ends up going after Angel Dust, and he learns about his story. The answer to Angel Dust's problems is, of course, musical, about how much of a loser he is. It's literally like, I'm a loser, it's okay, I am gay, like like, baby, I'm all for dark humor, but when you're abused, mentally spiraling characters' only development is to sing about being a piece of shit and go about their day, it gives me the ick. And I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to make it an accept yourself for who you are type situation. But when who you are is not healthy, that message can be sent to the wrong people real quick. It's okay for others to accept you for who you are, but if all you are is just your disorders, then it's incorrect. It's wrong to ask other people to accept you for who you are if you're just a bad person all the time. It's not supposed to be who you are. Mental health is something you actively work on. Your disorders should never define who you are. The message I got from it was, you'll never grow, you'll never be a good person, but hey, we can both be pieces of shit together together, or that it's okay to hate yourself and be this terrible person because you can just blame things on your mental health. It's a toxic mentality that I see too much of in the world already. And I hate that it was attempted to be painted in a good light, because it's deeper than that. It's more than just a bad time a song can fix. It's easy to blame your shitty personality on your mental health. The hard part is the growth. The hard part is changing yourself and getting better. That's why most people don't do it. And I also recognize that not every show has to have a message or a meaning, but when you choose topics like abuse, assault, that are personal to people who have gone through that reflect real life relationships and are relatable to your audience who is watching and relating to these characters, it's your responsibility to at least portray them accurately. It's insensitive to the people who work hard every day to maintain their mental health and people who struggle with it and want to be better. Your message to us shouldn't be to double down on your bad behavior. And people can say, it's the show, it don't mean anything. But if there's no meaning behind it, then what are you writing it for? It's a waste of time at that point, which I hate when shows intentionally waste an audience time. And I feel like a big part of the reason why it was so bad was the writing has this almost inexperience in life. Like they did a quick Google search on BPD and being gay and dumped it into this one character. And his emotions are written like this overblown, exaggerated temper tantrum instead of the real emotional intricacies of actually dissociating or reacting to a trigger, or even the thought process that the character is going through that helps the audience understand why they're reacting this way, why they make the choices that they made. When I tell y'all my whole diddly damn day was done, my whole day was ruined after watching that episode. And by this point, I think I realized where my real irritation for the show was coming from. When I started this channel, I wanted people to get better, to see more artists be authentic and creative and expressive in who they are and the stories they have to tell, and not have to be alone and growing together. And to see a show blatantly promoting people to be okay with being worse, it's like the opposite message I'm trying to give. Because I want all of you watching to enjoy art and create it from a place of love and appreciation. As an artist, I ain't afraid to say I'm sensitive. I'm not afraid to go to those deep emotional places, but I also don't want to feel disrespected, especially for disorders I and others have struggled with. This is probably the only time I'm gonna post anything like this. I'm not a hater. I just felt a little more strongly about this because I took it personally. My emotions play a big part when it comes to my mental health, and I'm glad they incorporated Angel's fits of anger and masking, but they could have done more to showcase why, instead of having the external problem of a pimp beating the shit out of him and then band-aiding it with, well, it's just cause you're a fucking loser, girl. Cause people who struggle with it aren't losers. I ain't no damn loser, and I don't like how people are gonna be singing along to being one now. I really do hope the show gets better, if it has a season 2. I hope the writers and creators gain more introspection so they can have enough compassion and empathy to be able to write these deep characters. The whole story in general was a nothing story. It taught me nothing. It made me realize nothing about myself. It didn't say anything about life or add anything to my life. It felt like it just didn't have a meaning, which is crazy because I think Hell of a Boss, a show made by the same creator, while not perfect, has a lot more relatability and meaning in it. Hell of a Boss, for all its flaws, comes from a place of authenticity. Sometimes the characters have struggles, the humor is charming, and you can tell that the creators were probably laughing while making half of these scenes. It's real. It didn't take itself so seriously to the point where every bit of creativity got scrubbed away by fangirl angst. My biggest takeaway here, as an artist, when you create something and put it out into the world, a part of you is showing who you are to the world. You can tell exactly what mindset the author is in because the art will reflect it. If you're mature or childlike, if you're self-aware or not, all of that is gonna reflect in your art and your writing. And even if people don't understand why, they can feel it. So make sure you get yourself together and your mindset right before putting something out into the world for others to digest. All Hazbin Hotel has shown me was that edgelord cool, demons cool, angels suck, fuck Christians suck. Christian. I'm different because I believe in sexy demons and also abuse because it's cool.
Actually, Chaggy is great bi representation. You're just a monkey.
Please stop arguing. Please don't fight. Because angels and demons are just alike. Yeet ass show. Now I'm done. I can't take this no more. My blood pressure going up. Okay, Hazbin fans, I'm done. I'm done now. Y'all can breathe. If you made it this far, thank you so much for hearing me out on this. I just had to get it out there. It had to come out. I've been holding on to this video for so long. I was scared to post this, y'all. But I can't be funny all the time if I ain't dead ass sometimes. But let me know what you guys thought about Hazbin. I do want to hear how everyone felt about it. I might be in the minority here, but it'll be cool to see what y'all think. And if you think my opinions are stupid and make no sense, then I got something for you. I got definitive proof for y'all right here. I know I'm a little salty, a little spicy in this video, but please let me know if y'all want to see more of these types of videos where I just relay my thoughts about some shows. I do have a lot to say about shows I actually really enjoy. I see y'all Peach Girl and Ladybug fans out there. But yeah, just let me know what y'all feeling. Me and Pink started a Twitch. We gonna be on there streaming. I'll be streaming some games or some art. Link in the description. I want to chat with you guys, hang out, see what y'all up to. And a huge ever-loving thank you to all the people over on our Patreon for supporting us. I don't know if I would have had the courage alone to actually get my opinion out there without y'all. They are my family. So of course, I gotta give a shout out to Josh is Nervous, Jamie McMahon, Ladybug Gamer, Rachel Bloom, Pebbles Wendy, and everyone else on the Patreon for helping us continue to put ourselves out there. It's scary as hell, but with y'all it make it so much easier. That's it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all's meal. I love y'all and I'll see y'all next time.